Christopher Nolan's final Batman movie, The Dark Knight Rises, is just massive, right? You've got citywide chaos, all the amazing gadgets, and a villain who literally breaks Batman in half. But if you look past all that spectacle, the movie is asking a really powerful question about where real strength comes from. So for this explainer, that's exactly what we're going to dig into. I mean, think about it. We almost always define Batman by his incredible wealth. It's what buys him the Batmobile, the cave, the whole operation. But The Dark Knight Rises really pushes back on that idea, suggesting his true power isn't something he can just buy. It's something he has to earn from the inside out. Let's kick things off by taking a look at the city he's supposed to be protecting. So, the movie opens 8 years into this new era of peace for Gotham, but you can feel something's not right. There's a storm brewing just under the surface. And you quickly realize the real villain here isn't just one guy in a mask. It's this deep societal crack that's about to split the whole city wide open. We really see this conflict through the eyes of Selina Kyle. And she's not just some cat burglar, you know? She's basically the voice for everyone who's been left behind. Her whole justification here, this kind of Robin Hood mentality, it perfectly sets up the film's core tension, this simmering class war that's ready to boil over in Gotham. From where Selina's standing, Gotham is basically two different cities. On one side, you've got the haves, living it up at fancy parties, drowning in wealth. And on the other, you have the have-nots, facing total economic desperation. And that line about no fresh starts, that's so key. In our digital world where every single mistake is, as she says, collated and quantified, people get trapped. They're sometimes pushed into crime just to have a chance. And this is where Bane is so brilliant. Now, let's be clear. He's not a real revolutionary. He's just using these people. But he's smart because he taps into this very real, very legitimate anger. He gives this huge speech telling the people of Gotham to take back their city, and he turns all that simmering tension into an actual weapon that tears the city apart. Now, here's what's so clever. As Gotham's social fabric is getting ripped to shreds, so is Bruce Wayne's. The film perfectly mirrors the city's crisis with Bruce's own personal breakdown, showing us that all the money in the world isn't going to save him. Man, this line from Bane, it's just devastating. And you know why? Because it's completely true. Those 8 years of peace have made Bruce Wayne soft, complacent. His wealth has kept him comfortable, but it hasn't kept him strong. In a way, his past victory is what made him so vulnerable now. And I mean, his fall is total. Physically, he's a wreck. He can barely walk without a cane. Emotionally, he's been a total reckless for almost a decade. And then, Bane just financially wipes him out with a slick stock market scam. In that first fight, all the gadgets and the armor mean nothing. Bruce is left physically, financially, and spiritually shattered. His money failed him on every single level. But here's the thing. Even when he's broke, he's not really broke. Selina's observation just hits so hard here. A billionaire losing his fortune is nothing like a normal person losing everything. He's still got a mansion, he's still got connections. His money was a safety net for sure, but as a weapon against someone like Bane, it proved to be completely useless. So to find his real strength, Bruce has to lose it all. Literally everything. And that journey starts here, in this ancient prison they call the Pit. This isn't where he just gets physically stronger. This is where he has to rebuild his entire soul. And Bane's whole philosophy about this prison is just brilliantly twisted. He calls it the worst hell on earth because you can actually see the daylight. You can see freedom. And that little glimmer of hope is what actually poisons your soul and creates real, true despair. It's a psychological torture chamber, and Bruce has to conquer it. His escape is a perfect metaphor for his whole journey. At first, he tries to climb with a safety rope, an external tool, a crutch, kind of like his money has been. And he fails over and over. He only makes it when he finally lets go of that safety net. He has to embrace his fear, not run from it, but use it to fuel him. That final jump without the rope isn't just a stunt. It's a total leap of faith in himself. And boom, there it is, the big realization. He had to be stripped of everything, his money, his company, his strength, even his safety rope, to find the one thing that could actually save him, his own unbreakable will to get back up. Okay, so he's back. He's rebuilt. But how does this new hero save his city? It's not by building a bigger gadget or throwing more money at the problem. The film's finale really gets to the heart of what a hero's true legacy is all about. The film pretty much puts this question right to us, doesn't it? After everything we've just seen, All the fighting, all the suffering. What does it actually mean to be a hero for your people? So you see this, right? The Bat. This incredible flying machine, the absolute peak of what Bruce Wayne's fortune and tech can create. But the movie makes a pretty radical argument here. It says this isn't what really matters. Because being a true hero isn't about what you have. It's about what you're willing to give away. It all comes down to one core idea: altruism. This idea of self-sacrifice, of putting your neighbors before yourself. This is the virtue that ultimately saves Gotham. Not just from a bomb, but from the greed and selfishness that were tearing it apart from the inside. And Bruce embodies this completely in those final moments. He gives up his personal quest for revenge, he arranges for his remaining fortune to go to an orphanage, he gives up his identity and what everyone thinks is his life to fly that bomb out over the bay. The symbol of Batman has to die so that the man, Bruce Wayne, can finally have a life. It's the ultimate sacrifice. So that leaves us with this one last thing to think about. After building a high-tech arsenal, funding the city's recovery, and becoming this terrifying symbol, what was Bruce Wayne's greatest, most powerful gift to Gotham? Was it the billions of dollars he spent, or was it the one life he was willing to give?